Well, hello strange people and welcome back to the channel. A few of you may remember around about so 8 months ago, said I'd walk up through the valley, or carry on walking up through the valley. I sort of stopped off at a jumble of rocks, so I'd carry on walking up through the valley to the source of the river. I had planned to do it this weekend, but I've got a family commitment tomorrow which I can't get out of, so I thought I'd do a section, and that section started where I left off the last time. It's brought me to this old ruin, which you will have seen in a previous video as well. In that video I didn't know what this ruin was. I felt it could be a homestead or Tinner's house, because there is a lot of mining waste around. It turns out that this is actually Wheal Prospect. Wheal is a working place, generally associated with mines, certainly in Cornwall and parts of West Devon. And so this is Wheal Prospect. It was an underground mine with tunnels, and the tunnels have been filled in. It ran from roughly 1790 to 1830, so it wasn't a long-lived tin mine. It was a tin mine. It wasn't a long-lived mine. Wasn't very prosperous at all, so the name was completely wrong. Yeah, it's nice to actually find out a little bit of history of this place. This building was the tinner's quarters, the tin miners' quarters. It's a long way from anywhere. It's probably 5 miles to the nearest villages in that direction, about the same in that direction, maybe even a bit further. That direction is going to be 10 miles or more to the next village, so they obviously stayed here. It's a heck of a walk up through that valley. Things I do for YouTube. Beautiful, but the last section through bogs, and it's just snake infested, insects sucking away the tears from, I might be exaggerating a bit, but it was hard work. I tell you, I have not been that out of breath. When I got here I was so out of breath. I've not been that out of breath since I came across a YouTube video of Anne Widdecombe in Strictly Come Dancing. Oh, so I'm looking forward to my coffee. I'm going to grab something to eat. Take this in for a bit, because my way back is out over the top of this hill, which is looking pretty black actually, over the top of the hill and across the open Langston Moor plain. So, and it's a strong wind, so I'll be walking into the wind, and if that cloud is as big as it looks, it could be walking into the rain as well. I've brought a raincoat, so I should be okay. Peaceful out here. I've seen one person since I got out on the moor. Ironically, not very far from here. Just wandering around here. So yeah, it's very, very peaceful. No YouTubers. They don't generally like the valleys, which is why I generally go in them. Tours are lovely, tours are wonderful, but I don't feel you've done Dartmoor proper justice until you've done the valleys as well. Beautiful, so peaceful. The wind is blowing over me at the moment. You might be able to pick it up on the microphone. It would have been a hard place to work this, that's for sure. Wouldn't have liked to have been here in the winter. Right, well that's my masticating done. Coffee drunk. There's a couple of horses down there fighting. I did get some footage. I don't know how well it came out. Happily they're not on my route back because I don't fancy getting in between the pair of them. Full on hind legs kicking it at each other. Oh, I think the black one's just won. Yeah. Oh Christ, they're coming a bit close. Oh. Seriously, this is they're not going to give up. They're about, I don't know, 250 feet from me now. They're just getting a little bit close. Oh. I wonder if this was a puddle. It looks very like it could have been. So what's a puddle, I hear nobody ask? Hang on, let's bring you down a bit more. That's it. Well, a puddle is like a shallow pool of water. What would have happened is the miners would have shoveled in the diggings from the mine, and inside the pool they had like 4 brushes, and the brushes would have gone around and around in circles, and the tin ore, and I think you could do it with lead as well, but the tin ore for certainly is heavier than normal stones and other gash. And I've got a feeling the word gash actually comes from mining. Anyway, so it's heavier, and what happens is with the brushing and the swirling in the water, the heavier material goes to the middle. I actually took a photograph of a natural puddle on the river further down, where the river had actually been coming into this hollow and hollowing the ground out and the river stones out, and the bigger river stones were in the middle of this hollow. So anyway, with the puddle, the brushes moved all the heavier the ore into the middle, and the obviously nearer the middle it was, the richer the ore was, and that's basically how they sorted the ore out from the gash, the rubbish. So, and that is roughly about the size of what a puddle would have been. So that's quite interesting. Before then, they had the tinners. Obviously, this was a tin mine, so it had a tunnel. The tunnels have been filled in, I've read. I do believe I might have come across one over there, which I took a little bit of footage of. Certainly looked like a tunnel going into the hill that had been filled in, and it had a lot of gash on the outside, so that could well have been a tunnel over there. There is an open cast up here which I know about, so what they would have done with that was they would have channeled water into it, and the water would have, similar to what you see with the gold mining, the water would have gone over it and heavier ore would have been left behind. That's quite interesting. Well, it is to me, because I'm a nerd. Still at it. Oh, Mexican standoff. getting a bit close. If Winchcombe Wanderer is watching, I think that's your name. Apologies if I've just mullered that. But that there is Lynch Tor. I don't know if you've had time to or a chance to camp on it yet. That's it over there in the distance. Beautiful place, beautiful views, wonderful views. I'm sure when you get your chance, if you haven't already, you're going to love it up there. Bring you back in a mo. That's the Longstone or Langstone. Here's an interesting fact. If you're ever lost out on the moor, you find yourself up here, get a stone, put it on the end of the shadow, wait 15 minutes, put that on the other end of the shadow, and then get yourself another big long stone and put that one down at a right angle to where the two stones is, and that'll be pointing you in a direction. Alternatively, carry a compass, because very rare there's any sun up here. Right. Nearly home because I live there. Right. Well, I think I'll leave this video here. Coming to the edge of the moors now. I don't know if you can see her. There's a big noisy cow in the track right in front of me, and the closer I walk towards her, the closer she walks towards me. So one of us is in for a big surprise in a minute. And it could be me. She's a big lass. Bigger lass than I can handle. Right, I shall catch you on the next one. Yeah, she doesn't look very happy. Catch you on the next one. It's on, mate. It's on. That was a show of force. I'll give up. Pretty sure. Going up White Tor. There's a couple of tubers. And I don't mean brass instruments. They're everywhere. There's a plague of YouTubers now. It's a bit breezy up there, but I think they'll have a good night. Catch you next time.